Get your news in an easier, more efficient way this new year. The Newsworthy breaks down the day's top stories in less than 15 minutes and gives you some lighter conversation starters. It's quick, friendly, and informative. Search The Newsworthy wherever you're listening now and follow or subscribe to The Newsworthy today.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the From Brokenness to Fullness podcast. Today's episode is not light, but it is life changing because we are talking about the kind of obedience that doesn't just stretch you, it costs you. This is the obedience that you guys cost comfort, cost approval, cost convenience, cost pride, and cost control. And this is also the obedience that produces the deepest freedom. Today's episode is called Obedience When It Costs You Something. Let's get into it. Let's be honest. If obedience never cost you anything, it's probably not obedience. It's convenience. Biblical obedience almost always requires surrender. Jesus never hid this from us. Luke 9:23 says, "Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves, take up their cross daily, and follow me." Notice, it says, deny yourself. All of your wants, all of your crazy desires, and even yourself. What else? Take up your cross. Nobody wants to sacrifice. Everybody wants comfort. And finally, it says, daily. Every day, every second of your life. Y'all, obedience is not a one-time decision. It is a daily posture. God allows obedience to cost us something because, first, what cost you something reveals what you value. Second, what you surrender shows who you trust. And lastly, what you give up makes room for something better. God is not interested in partial surrender. You guys, He wants your heart, your will, your plans, your attachments, and moreover, your idols. And yes, sometimes obedience costs something good. Good for us, you know? We're always deceived that what we thought is good is really good. So that's what we thought. Yeah, something good. Not bad, but good. Let's look at the scripture. Let's see. Abraham, okay? God asked him to offer Isaac. After years and years of waiting, God asked Abraham to offer Isaac, the promise itself. This wasn't about sacrifice, but it was about trust. And God stopped the sacrifice, but only after Abraham obeyed. Yeah. How about Joseph? Obedience cost him comfort, reputation, and years of waiting, but it positioned him for authority and purpose. And Daniel, obedience cost him safety. He obeyed God anyway, and God met him in the fire and the lion's den. And how about Jesus? Obedience cost him everything. Philippians 2 tells us Jesus humbled himself even unto death. You guys, obedience is rarely cheap, but it is always purposeful. Let's bring this home. Obedience may cost you. Yeah, cost you what? Your relationships that no longer align. Your habits that feel familiar but are unhealthy. Opportunities that look good but aren't God. People's approval. Your timeline, your plans, your goals. This is huge because you're always a comfort seeker, right? It cost you your comfort zone. Who wants to give up their comfort? Right? Nobody wants to give up their comfort. But if you want to obey, it will cost you it. And finally, your need to understand everything. Yeah, we always want to see the bigger picture. We always want to know what's next. We always want to understand everything. But obedience will cost you it as well. Sometimes obedience means choosing peace over popularity, truth over comfort, and your calling, yes, calling over convenience. Here's why costly obedience is so difficult. Yeah, because it feels like loss before it feels like freedom. Your flesh resists surrender. Your mind wants control. and your emotions want safety. Am I right? But faith says, God, I trust you more than what I'm giving up. And that's where transformation happens. But let me tell you what obedience gives you back, right? Let's see what we can get out of it. First, you will have deeper intimacy with God, which means you will have direct access to the Creator, the Maker of the universe. What else? You'll have stronger faith. You will have clearer identity. No more confusion. You will know who you really are. What else? Spiritual authority. Your prayers will be more effective. And I love this one. Lasting peace. Who would want to have peace beyond human comprehension? I want one. I have one. And it will bring you so much joy. And finally, alignment with a purpose. You will no longer waste your time. You will be more productive. And your life will be more fulfilling. You guys, God never asked you to give up something without preparing something bigger and better. What you release in obedience returns as freedom. So make a decision now. I am challenging you to choose obedience more than choosing comfort or convenience. Because you guys, it's going to be worth it. So worth it. All right, let me share this. There were moments in my life, you guys, when obedience cost me comfort, certainty, and control. I was a control freak. I used to be. It didn't feel good in the moment, of course, but it healed me. It freed me. It protected me from paths I wasn't meant to walk. And looking back, I can honestly say this. Nothing I gave up in obedience was ever worth keeping. And I want you to pause and ask yourself, what is God asking me to surrender right now? What am I holding onto out of fear? What feels costly but necessary? What would obedience look like today, not someday? Obedience doesn't require strength, it requires trust. Trust, my friend. If obedience feels expensive right now, remember this. The cost of obedience is temporary. The fruit of obedience is eternal. God sees every surrendered step, every quiet yes, every moment of trust, and He honors it. Next episode, we are talking about something powerful and practical, and you don't want to miss this. Obedience that leads to freedom, not burnout. You guys, don't forget to share this episode to a friend and to leave me a review. All right? And don't forget to check on the show notes for the links on it. There are a lot of resources that I can give you. Just check the links. And if you love to shop, please support us on our Etsy shop. You guys, thank you so much for spending time with me at this moment, for giving me minutes of your life. I hope you are learning so much from these series. I'll see you on the next episode. I love you and God bless. Bye for now.
Hey, y'all. As a growing family, my husband and I love game night, especially when it's Wayfair edition.
Let's do it. You gotta name as many Wayfair furniture and decor categories as you can. Ready? Go.
Sofas, bar stools, beds, ottomans, outdoor seating, bookshelves, kitchen tables, garden sheds, mid-century modern lamps.
Time. Nice. You got 9 out of a lot. Not too bad. Keep practicing by visiting wayfair.com, where you can shop every style for every home.
Wayfair, every style, every home.